Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. Hopefully you guys can hear me and see me okay. So as you could tell by the title, today we are working on a blanket. This is the square I was previously working on, as you guys saw in the last video, and this is the one I started earlier on. So I'm just gonna quickly start another one just to kind of walk you through how to start, so you can kind of get the idea of what you're doing. And then once I've gone through that, I will teach you with this one how to change the color of wool that you're working with. So let's jump into today's video. I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna use this blue wool just to show you guys how to start off. One, because I absolutely love the color of it, and two, because the texture of the wool, as you can see, is quite thin compared to the red that I've been using for this one. So let's see. Now, starting off is definitely the most fiddly bit because you have a bit less of the wool itself to hold on to, and it's a bit tangly, and you might need to go back over yourself a couple of times just to kind of get the hang of it. So to start off your crochet, the first thing we're going to need is your crochet hook and some wool, and you're gonna need a knot and a stitch, just so you don't just to start with. And the way that we make that first starting stitch is quite simple. So I'm going to take this wool, I'm going to wrap it over my finger twice so it makes a little spiral. Using my crochet hook, or crochet needle as some prefer to call it, you can use whatever size crochet needle you want, but the size of the crochet hook you're using will have an effect on how tight or how loose your stitches are. I'm currently using a 3.5 millimeter crochet needle, but also how loosely or tightly you pull the wool when you're working with it will also have an effect on the tightness of your stitches as well. So back to the starting off, so back to what I was saying with starting off, you're gonna loosely wrap the wool twice around your index finger so it makes this little spiral, and you're gonna take your crochet hook and slide it inside the wool. You're gonna pull this back thread through the front like this, and then you're gonna do the same again, so don't pull it too tightly. So now you should have something a bit like this, and you're going to use your crochet hook and pull the back through the front, and then you would pull it tight so it makes a knot, and you get a stitch as well. You can also pull that tighter so it makes a stitch smaller. Let me just walk you through that one more time. So same again, just so that you guys can see what we're doing. You wrap the wool once, twice, loosely around your index finger. This is just to help us start off the crochet to get the first stitch. So you take the front of the wool, put your hook through the wool. Then, using the crochet hook again, you're going to pull the back stitch back through the front. You should get a little loop with a crossover like this. And again, so you got to pull the back through the front twice. So this is the second time. Hook the back thread, pull it through the front. And then you just pull it till it makes a knot. And you should get a nice little stitch, which you should easily be able to slip on and off of your crochet needle. It is important that you do not pull that first stitch too tight, otherwise you are going to struggle getting it on and off of the hook, which will cause a problem in a second when I show you how to start the actual crochet itself. Don't worry about this little tassely bit that you can see. If you really want to, you can cut it off, but I'm going to show you a really helpful trick that you can use to cover up this little tassely bit, and you won't even notice that it's there. Having that little tassely bit to hold on to when doing this might actually help a little bit. Just be careful you don't get confused between the excess tassel and the wool you're using to crochet. Okay, so now that we have our stitch on our crochet needle with the knot so that we don't lose our stitch, I'm going to show you how to start off crocheting the actual blanket. So we're gonna need to make like these little links to start off. I'm going to do 8 links, but you could do as little or as many as you would like to. So to start off our links, keep the stitch you started with on the hook. You're going to take the thread of wool, wrap it once over the crochet needle, and loosely pull that thread through the stitch. Same again, just so that you can see how to do it. So you've already got your stitch on your crochet needle. Loosely wrap the wool. I mean loosely. Wrap the wool once over the crochet needle. The reason why I'm saying loosely is because you can always pull it a little tighter if you wanted to afterwards. So wrap the wool once, loosely over the crochet needle. Once you've done that, you should have something a bit like this. This is why having that little excess bit of thread is helpful, because you can hold on to it so you don't lose what you're doing. Now, this loose bit of thread that we've wrapped over the hook, we're going to gently and loosely pull it through the first stitch. Now, you can see it makes kind of like a loose chain link. So you've got the first stitch and the second stitch. Now those are linked through each other and they shouldn't move out of place. So I've now got my first link and my second link. It's a 2-step move. Your first step, wrap. Now you can go from in front of or you can go behind the crochet needle, whichever one you feel most comfortable. So you wrap, pull through. Now, when starting off, you want to keep the stitches very loose because this will make it easier for the next part. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're just going to keep repeating that until you're happy with the amount of links that you have. So I've now finished doing my 8 links. So when you've finished doing the amount of links you're happy with, you should have something a bit like this. And you can see, I don't know how well you can see, but you can see kind of like a plaited pattern, but very loosely. And you can see all of the linked stitches there. Now, the reason why we did this is because we're going to use these links that we've made to actually build the shape of the blanket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just going to put an extra stitch on here for the link. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is a corner. This is quite tricky and it can be quite fiddly. So you may want to have it so the stitch you start the corner on a bit looser than the others, just to make it easier. Now this is a more fiddly bit. So what you're going to do, I'm going to teach you how to do a double stitch. This stitch, a neighbor of mine taught me how to do. It's quite simple and it's quite fun. And it's really good for making blankets because it keeps the wool with like a soft, light, fluffy texture, and it's really comfortable. So to do a double stitch, we're going to wrap the wool once over the crochet needle, then put that crochet needle through the linked stitch that's closest to the crochet needle. We're going to wrap the wool over the needle and pull that through the hole. And then wrap the wool over the crochet needle again. You see we now have these 3 stitches and that excess piece of wool. So now we're going to use a crochet needle to carefully pull off the 2 stitches closest to the hook. You should get something like this. And then wrap the wool again, pull it off. That then creates your double stitch and your blanket is started. So I'm just going to walk you through that again so that you guys can understand how to do the double stitch. So you wrap the wool once over the crochet needle, through the linked hole closest to the crochet needle, wrap the wool over again, pull it off the hook. So you end up with 3 stitches on your crochet needle. Wrap the wool over once, pull off 2 stitches, wrap the wool over again, pull off 2 stitches. Now to do the corner, we're going to repeat that twice. So once over, through, once over, through. Once over, pull off 2, once over, pull off 2. And now you've got the base of the corner. We're going to do 2 links. So wrap the wool over once, pull it through the stitch, wrap the wool over again, pull it through the stitch. And then again, going back through the same hole we just went through, wrap the wool over once, then same again, go through the same hole we went through earlier, wrap the wool over once, pull it through, wrap the wool over there again, pull off the 2 stitches nearest to the end of the hook, wrap the wool over once, pull off the 2 stitches, and again, wrap the wool over once, through the same hole, wrap the wool over once, back through the same hole, wrap the wool over once, pull off the 2 stitches, wrap the wool over once, pull off 2 stitches. Now once you've done that, you should have, this might look a bit messy because this is starting off, so obviously your stitch will be attached to your hook, but you should now have your first corner and the links that we did earlier. We're now just going to repeat the double stitch across, going through the hole in the links here to build the base of our crochet. Again, still doing double stitch. So wrap the wool over once, go through the next hole. So go through the hole that's next to the hole you just went through. Wrap over once, pull that through. Wrap over once, pull those stitches off. Wrap the wool over once, pull those stitches. And what you'll see with this is you're putting on 2 stitches and taking 2 stitches back into one to create a double stitch. So we do 1 over, put 1 through the hole, the next hole, pull that back through, 1 over, 2 off. Wrap once, off with 2. You can see it's starting to create this kind of braided pattern. So you have our corner and the edge. And we're just going to repeat that until we get all the way. So just going to repeat the double stitch step all the way until we get to this end of where the knot is, where we started. Now I would advise keeping your stitches loose, but not too loose. You need to find a comfortable balance between the tightness that you like. So I'm just going to show you the double stitch one more time. Wrap the wool once over the crochet hook, put that crochet hook through the hole nearest to the one you just went to, wrap the wool once over the hook, pull the wool back through the same hole. Then you wrap the wool once over the crochet hook, and then you're going to pull off the 2 stitches nearest to the bit of wool you just wrapped over the hook. And you should get a little something like this. Now I'm currently crocheting left-handed. It would be the same steps if you were crocheting right-handed. It just might look a little bit different because you're doing it a different way round. So then again, wrap the wool once over the hook and take the last 2 stitches off. And you're just going to repeat that step all the way up until this edge bit again. This is just a quick clip because I'm running out of space. So I'm going to make a part 3. So if you made it to this part of the video, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.